Start.
Sir, which is put to use, sir? Locator slab or selector slab, sir?
Yeah, you can use a locator slab also, not a problem. Any one. Okay?
Okay.
So locator slab also fine. This is also fine. See, this is the one you will get here. So you can have ID we have to write. You can write your own also. Let's see, I want to write my own. This is not proper. I'm just writing my own. So double forward slash now square bracket @ID equal to breadcrumb. This ID you can give, right? This ID you can give. Square bracket close, forward slash A of 2, second A. So now it is selecting date and time picker, right? So this is, you can use this one. You can use this and you can do the validations. So wait dot until expected conditions dot presence of element located. You can use this presence of element located. So by dot, so X path I'm using. So in this X path, I'm waiting for this X path, that breadcrumb. Okay. So like this, you can verify. Now you can start your validation. You're clicking on this tweet link. See, you can get class is there, Twitter share button. Now class you can use. Data test ZKDemo, date and time picker jQuery, data content, data via. So class is fine, I think. Even href Twitter share button. So this is good. Class we can use. So you can use class and you can write the one. So click on Twitter link. So you can write driver dot find element by dot class name. So because class name is attached, there is no spaces, otherwise it won't work. Dot click. So once you click, what is happening? It is going to open in the new tab. So that is so when you are opening a new tab, so parent and child tabs are there, you have to get all the windows. How can you get all the window IDs? How to get all the window IDs? Sir, where we can remember them? It's almost a month ago, right? First day class. How to fetch all the window IDs? How to fetch a single window ID? Already given that. So that is what here. See, this is the one. How to handle web pop-ups, tabs, new windows in Selenium. This is the code you have to use. Click on something to get another window or pop-up. That's what I'm doing here. So when I click on this, I'm getting a Twitter pop-up. So I'll get a is opening in the same window. But yeah, so this is the one. So you have to switch to this window. Previous window is different. This window is different. So now you can verify this one and you can close this and you can go back. But here generally it should open a new settings we have to change here. So this browser settings we have to change. Always will ask to open in the new tab. Links should open in the new tab. But this one. Yes. Default folder. Open the new tab page. Is there. Let me search here. So this is all settings related. But yeah, let me explain this code later. We'll go there. So when you click on something, so 2 windows will open or 3 windows, more windows you can open. But how can you handle those windows? You want to go from parent window to child window to parent window. How you can switch between the windows? So that is what this code. See, first you have to fetch all the window IDs using this line of code. First day class I explained this. Browser methods. Set string handles equal to driver dot get window handles method you have to call. So in this browser, how many tabs are opened? All those IDs will fetch and store in this set collection. No duplicates. Set means unique key values, right? So using a iterator interface, so you have to iterate this collection. So handles dot iterator and you store in the iterator. The first you are fetching the main window ID. The first parent window will be open, right? That window ID you are fetching string PID equal to it dot next. So you will get a this parent ID. Then second iteration, this automatically go to second place, right? And it will store the child window ID and that also it dot next. And then you got the parent window, you got the child window. Which window you want to go? You can do that with a switch to child window. Driver dot switch to method dot window of window reference. So you pass child window because you are already in the parent window. Now you want to go to child window. So that is possible with this line of code. So before doing this, you have to fetch all these lines of code you have to write. And then you can switch to this one. Once you perform the actions on the child window, then you close the child window, then switch back the cursor to the parent window using driver dot switch to method dot window of you give parent window. Automatically which window ID you are passing, it will go to that window. That's the how to switch between the windows, how you can move one window to other window. This is the code. So there is one more option, another way using window title. Even you can switch based on the window title also. So fetch the parent window ID first, string PID equal to driver dot get window handle. Click on something now to get the another window. So now fetch all the windows, parent and child window IDs you fetch with the get window handles. So this is the singular verb and this is the plural verb. So now you iterate this collection using for each loop. String h colon handles, and if driver dot switch to dot window of h get title equals to window title, then switch to that child window ID. This is the child window ID. Then you can perform the actions on the child window. Then you close the child window. Then you switch back to the parent window. So these are the codes, and this is the interview question. So go through this interview questions, and there are 5 windows. I need to switch to third window and verify the checkout button in the third window and close the third window and then come back to parent. Same code, whatever I explained on the top. So you have 5 windows. So wow, 5 windows, 10 windows, it doesn't matter. So what you need to do, you call the method, get window handles method, all will come into one collection. Then now you have to use a third window, right? You have to use a, so you convert the set into collection. So now you see you all bring that IDs into set collection. Now you convert this set into list collection, because list collection you have a get method to get the index based item. So that's why I'm doing a conversion, list of string windows list equal to new array list of this set collection. So automatically it will convert. Now you got a array list. So now what is the, you have to switch to third window, right? Driver dot switch to method dot window of, so this collection dot get of 2. That means that is a third window. 0 1 2. 0 means first window, 1 means second window, 2 means third window. So windows list dot get. This is the very important. Converting the set you don't have a index based. It won't work index based. So in order to convert into list, you have to write this line of code. Then you can switch back. Then you can identify the checkout button, whatever the element, and you can set that whether it is displayed. Then you close the third window. Then you switch back to parent window. See, parent window means get of 0, first window. Then you can use this driver dot switch to method dot default content. That also bring the cursor to parent window from child window. Sir, I closed here. Then still why it will look for the parent window, child window? Because even if you close also, the cursor will be in the child window. Once you move to child window, you close it. Then you have to call this line of code. Again, driver dot switch to method dot window of window ID you have to pass to come back to the required window. Otherwise, it won't come. That is the reason you need to write this code. So this is the one. All these methods, if you know, then only this code is possible. If you don't know the methods, not possible at all. Okay. So that is the one. But yeah, so I want to see this, why it is opening in the same window. Let me see. Maybe how can I turn that? How to open links in new tab in Google Chrome. It will give you the nice Okay. So anyway, let's see if that is okay. We'll see that. Not a problem. But first understand this. So you reach this, when you click on that, it will come to that. So generally you have to open this is the code. Otherwise we'll bring back the cursor if it is not working. But I am going to copy this entire code. Okay. So this entire code. The first one, whatever we have taken, right? This code. So I'll bring this entire line of code. Okay. And then let's see now. So set iterator, set collection. So window reference, you have to pass this. So this is the comment. So child window ID, I'm changing to child window and closing that and coming back to the parent window. So now let's run this test case so that we will understand. Okay. So then I have to write other test case also, right? Other annotations. At the rate after method. Click void after method. So after method, I'll just clear the cache. Clear the cache. So I'll click on so that input breadcrumb link so that it will go to that page. So first I'll clear the cache. How to clear the cache? Private dot. So manage method dot. This one. We kept it. Plus. So driver dot. So manage method dot. Delete all cookies. Then I have to click on breadcrumb link. Click on breadcrumb link. So you have to do this one. This right. So you have to go back. So I have to click on this. I have to click on this. So find out this. One you can give. Right. So this is the one. I can use this X path to click on that. Driver dot find element y dot x. You can use X path. That pick. So automatically it will navigate to that. So then, so you can verify that input thing. So this is after test. I want to execute this after method. So then you can do a different thing. After test, after class is there, right? After class. Public void. So tear down. So I'm closing the browser. So driver dot. So I can write a logic also here. If so driver is not null. If driver is not null, then you can so driver dot close or driver dot quit. So whatever it is, you can do that. That's the after class. Then so after test. After test. Already we have written after test. No, right? Oh, after test.
No.
So then we are done. We're good. So now you can see this. You can switch back to parent window. It is coming back to parent window, and you can clean this in this edit box. You can clean that. So there is a class is there, Z, this one, and you can write a extra code here. So identify first element. Date picker input. So web element. Date picker input equal to driver dot find element a dot class name. You can give the class name. First, you need to clear the content. So if it is not switch back here, and you will so it will fail, right? This clearing the content. How to clear the content? You have to call clear method. Then if you want to type the date. So typing you can do date picker dot send keys, and you can type. So what is the format? 523 26. I'll write 524 524 2026. Okay, so this is the one. Let's run this test case so that we'll get idea. So you have to run as a, why we are getting a J in it. You have to use a TestNG assertion. TestNG. TestNG. So there will be a TestNG assertion, not J in it. Oh, it's not showing. TestNG. Yeah, now it's correct. So now you execute this test case. Okay, let's execute this test case. So right click, run TestNG test. So we'll see if it is not working. We'll see. Basically, it should open in the new tab. If it is not opening, we'll switch back. We'll try different way. Okay, we'll try different way. How to handle different windows. We'll see in the different website otherwise. See, first suit executed, then test, before test executed, then now class. So if class executes means that it will open the browser. See, it is printing, right? Because I have written a true.
Yes, sir.
So like that, you can use instead of system.out.println, you can use this reporter.log. So all your print statements, all your no any logging messages you can use in TestNG using reporter.log. See, it opened, it went to that page. Tweet will open in the same page it is opening. So that's the issue, but let's see what will happen. Browser will close because we are using a driver.close method, right? Browser will close, same browser it is opening. That's the problem. See, continue with the phone and they switched, but this is not the one we want. So it might fail, okay? It might fail. Let's see. So what is happening here? So it failed, right? You can see there, it failed. Let's understand what is the issue. Understand here. Read. So you can, if you read only, you will understand. See, no such element exception, no such element. So read properly, no such element, unable to locate element. So which element you see that? So nav ID, breadcrumb, A of 1 is not there. So it went to after each. It went to after each and it failed. But before also failed. What is that? Before also failed. So what is this? CDP, no such element exception. Unable to find exact matchup. CDP version 1.148 returning. Okay. This code. See, line number 84, it is failing. So iterator, it's not finding the more than one so pages. That's why it is not working. So this code is not going to work out. Okay. So clicking it is working, but from here it's not going to work out because that is not opening in the new window or a new tab. That's why this is not going to work out. So remove this code and let's see, we'll do different place. This how to handle windows, I'll show you in the different place. As of now, you can remove. And now you see, so once you you can use driver dot navigate back. Okay, you can use navigate back to parent window. So how can you do? Driver dot navigate method dot back means once you go there, you come back. Okay, then this will be identified and cleared and you can type a new value. Okay, so let's run this again. So like that, we will write a different test case. So this is the first test case, right? We'll write a different test cases. So you can run this. Even you can debug wherever you want to find it out. You can debug also. Evening 6 o'clock is fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We'll write more code, okay? It's because we have to write a lot of code. Then only we'll get familiarity. So it is navigating to Twitter. Then we'll go back. Now we are going back. So navigate back method we are using. See, navigate back method, we cleared and typed a new value. See that? That's the now test case is passed. So this is the how, see, total test run 1, passes 1, failure 0, skips 0. So your suit is, so now these reports, so how to find? So to see the reports, so what you can do here, so there is a target here. So you can see here, and in the target, so you can find this generated sources, generated test resources, presentations. So test classes, TestNG, it's not the one. Target, it should generate reports. So let me go to this location where it is. So right click on the project. You can ask open in Explorer, open in Explorer. There you can find it out. So this is the project, out project. Okay. So go to target. So generated, should generate the report here. Generated sources, annotations. It's not there. It's annotations. It will also not there. It should, okay. So default HTML report is double jar file. Test classes. This is our programs. The code is compiled there. No. That's not generating. Let me refresh. By default, the report will generate. HTML report will be generated. That is not generating. So I'm looking at that. Under target only, we'll see that. Okay, it's not generating. So default report will generate one. HTML report will generate. Okay. So where it is giving anything. Okay. So we'll see in the evening this report, why this report, you will see 3 types of reports. HTML report, emailable report, and default HTML report. 3 reports we should get here, but somehow it is not fetching those reports. So once you run your TestNG test case, automatically you should get. Maybe we need to run as a TestNG test. Is there run as a TestNG test? It's not there. So this one we'll see. Always. By default, you should get. You don't need to do anything. So otherwise, evening by evening we'll see that. Okay. That report I'll show you. Evening 6 o'clock we'll meet. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.